but of course you got people at home who are cheering for DreamMax on stage. So anything to say to the supporters at home?
67, banho amarelo, bora.
All right, I saw it, Bora. Awesome. Well, congratulations on your win. We'll be seeing you play later today. I know we cannot wait. So good luck in the rest of your games. And Spraggles, Doop Snacks, back over to you.
Thank you very much, Zoinks. Incredible interview. Always good to get a little bit of a riddle, a little bit of a secret, a mystery for what's coming next in an interview.
Notable riddle solvers. Snacks and Spraggles.
Basically, when they need to get us away from something for a while, they go, here, check out this riddle. And the two of us, we're just locked in.
It's just a book of riddles back there.
Oh, my gosh. What a way to start.
And getting up to $400 back annually. There's nothing like Platinum.
Okay, your price is like State Farm, but is your coverage?
What up, chat? Boom. We're back. Day 2. Bring out the geniuses. Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out.
Do it online?
Have I started playing Unite? Not yet. But we're supporting our Team Evil Geniuses on day 2 of NAIC.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. Again, one world spot on the line. Every single.
Oh wait, there might be. Is there another game before that?
Elimination. So every one of them has a team celebrating and a team heading home. It's highs and lows.
Maybe we're not next. Let's see.
At the same time. And it looks like our break is ready. So
which means riddle time for the boys.
Okay, we're gonna go try to.
Oh yeah, we got. Here we go. Evil
You
Geniuses
don't
versus
go anywhere, 'cause
Tuzzy
Night is
or
coming
Tuzzy.
right back.
Tuzzy Esports. Tuzzy
A
Esports.
good riddle for us.
Who knows? All good. Thanks for ordering the cards and for the support, man. Appreciate it. Oh, look at Charizard, Mega Charizard X. I haven't seen that one yet in the game. Oh, look at that Squirtle. All right, so Evil Geniuses went 3 wins, 1 loss yesterday. Today is single elimination. So once we continue to win over and over, we'll keep playing. I haven't actually played Unite yet, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Maybe I think I'm gonna have the Evil Geniuses team teach me how to be a pro. I mean, Metagross is in the game, so I can at least main one of my top 2 favorite Pokemon. So we're on a quick little intermission in between games right now. The casters will be back in about 4 minutes. Gummy Bear gifted a sub. Thank you, man. That's Gogeta, right? Gogeta. Was it an ad? Yeah, I said thank you for the support. I appreciate you ordering the custom cards. Alright, so Moltres top tier champ. Like, I think it's the best Pokemon in the game right now. High priority ban for a lot of teams. Firebird Inferno. Look how much bigger Moltres is compared to the Latias. Is that scale right? Is Latias so... is that small? It's always crazy to see Pokemon like in scale with each other. Alright, what do you guys think? Is it going to be a 2-0 sweep for the Geniuses today? That's what I believe. That's what I'm feeling. Oh my gosh, that Snorlax skin. He's a spaceman. I love that astronaut skin. Of course, the dapper Mamoswine. That Snorlax skin is the best skin I've seen in the game so far. All right, so it says that this is the top 8 decider. EG top 8 inbound. Hey Henry, how you doing, man? It's just so funny to see Pokemon in clothes. That Blastoise was spinning. Like, look at that Charizard. He's like... And that Buzzwole with a whole overcoat and, like, trench coat on. Looks so funny. 163 days chemo free. That's what I love to hear. Congratulations. Hey, Glitter, how are you? How'd the game go last night? We won! We won 2-0. So yesterday, full day yesterday, we went 3 wins, 1 loss. I still have to learn the different buffs from, like, the middle, like Rayquaza, Groudon, Kyogre. I think all the buffs are different between the 3. I gotta watch more gameplay so I can know, like, when champions are using, like, their ultimate moves, which I believe they call the Unite move. I think if we win this, we're top. Yeah. I think that's right.
Championship Series at the North American
No, if we win this, we're top 8.
We are covering now Tuesday
Esports
versus Evil
I don't know.
Geniuses, which honestly I am just so hyped to get into that
Let's go.
To get us into draft
They have the teams on the wrong side. They have the teams on the wrong side.
I know, hey, you know,
I don't know if that's a graphic issue or.
Looks like some matches that we saw at LAIC. Both these teams being there, of course.
All right, the Zacian ban.
For this match, we are jumping right into it. I just love.
We saw Christmas on Zacian a lot yesterday.
Knowing how much we want to see just all the games.
Maybe he'll go as Lucario instead.
Picking some pretty classic picks.
Snorlax ban coming out potentially, yeah. I wanted to see Ducky on Snorlax again.
On the chopping block a few times. However, this seems pretty
Mr. Mime ban, okay. We're gonna see Ducky on Mamoswine today.
Just a lot of matches in general. Of course,
Moltres ban.
We will take advantage of those as well if they're available.
Exactly, and I was going to say, if Evil Geniuses chose something else as their 3rd ban, I would say Tuesday would go for
it says top 8 decider, so I'm assuming this is for top 8.
Ended up doing at the end of the day. And Tuesday now going for a potential
Articuno ban.
last legendary bird there, and it is the Articuno. So a lot of that
Mamo
pool already diminishing a little bit in regards to how much crowd control you can have.
Yeah, the birds, legendary birds.
Okay, so locked in the Hoopa.
I mean, we just got to see Zapdos doing really well. Articuno surprisingly not really high on the encounter rate so far this event, at least for on broadcast. Of course, that's really all the stats we can actually kind of look at right now.
All right, for Alligator, we saw quite a few for Alligators yesterday.
We're going to get into the first picks, and Hoopa as the first pick is very interesting. Again, this feels like Evil Geniuses has a plan against Tuesday specifically. Obviously, Tuesday, one of the biggest teams in the world, and Evil Geniuses is one of the biggest teams in the world.
All right, Mamoswine, let's go. Bring out the pig.
So they've got some plans going. We are going to see the Alligator back.
Bring out the boar.
Me too, and I love as well that, like you mentioned,
Level
usually
1
we see
invade on
potentially like a
Swinub.
side deck as a
Let's
first
do
pick.
it.
Evil Geniuses goes for the hoop
I'm
straight
calling it.
away,
Ducky's
and
gonna go
we get a
steal all the
hop on
buffs.
Mr. Mime on the ban phase to begin with, and that's what Tuzi goes for with the Feraligatr. Now, with the 2 supporter composition that Tuzi has been running quite a bit.
Garchomp.
The boss
Okay,
in
I haven't seen that one
the
yet.
side of Evil Geniuses, they go for personally the best attacker in the game.
And
right now,
Metagross,
Espeon,
let's go.
Alongside a Garchomp and a Metagross, which is interesting.
Also, I said this before earlier for a different team, but it's very scary to see Espeon's portrait, and then you look directly to the left, and there's an Espeon plush.
Yeah,
So
how
there's
funny.
certainly a plan for
Vin's
that
holding
to
up the
happen at some
Espeon
point
plush
during
and is
the
playing
sit-down. You're gonna
Espeon.
see the final pick be the Mega Lucario.
All right, they
So
updated the
that
graphic.
means
Evil
you're gonna see
Geniuses is
another
now
chance added. Didn't
on the
really
right
win
side.
earlier previous set, but
The right
that
title.
certainly can be a hit or miss Pokemon. So overall, really interesting to see both of the newest Pokemon on the comp of 2Z Esports, both Typhlosion and Feraligatr. It's definitely going to be the first time that I'm going to cast them both together on one team. Also the Mr. Mime. I feel like I didn't get a chance to talk about Mr. Mime. It's been really successful this weekend, and I thought maybe it was going to be some.
I'm also live streaming on
specific
Facebook
picks
too,
for,
so we got some
counterplay,
folks on the
overall,
Facebook gang.
It's really solid. I'm interested to see how they're going to use it, but I have trust.
Thanks
in this
everyone for
comp,
joining
despite the
in.
fact It's a very interesting comp from 2Z Esports.
I agree. I think it's very intricate, and it looks like they have a very
Appreciate y'all.
specific and strategic plan set in stone, because we haven't been seeing that much of 2 supporters, and in this case having 2 newer Pokemon that we also haven't seen together as much. So
Man,
I think
Garchomp is a
also
menace in
very
Champions
prepared
right
considering
now.
the bans, like you pointed out, very
Scarf
talented
Chomp.
2 players and 2Z Esports compositions overall.
Is this like Dota with
Now,
Pokemon?
looking at
Yes.
the Garchomp and the Metaverse
It
together,
is.
Chef, and I feel like it's
Much
very
smaller,
hard on
condensed
the
map,
front,
lot
but
faster
maybe it's gonna be
pace.
like quite a bit,
Matches
because
are
of
only
course
10
those
minutes
2 have
long.
the 3-tier evolution, and the Espeon could heavily feel the impact of having to really carry the early game.
Facebook
the
owned
Espeon
that
is
you.
going to
I've actually got
have to do a pretty decent
almost
amount.
500,000
Really
followers
surprised
on my
we ended up seeing
Facebook
an
page.
invade from the
So,
Swinub, which,
yes,
we've
you can
seen
call me
a
Unk.
pretty decent amount of time so far.
I mean,
So
I was an
it looks like
OG
there is going to be a
MySpace
chance
user
to maybe
too.
see that great
The true
interceptions
Unks.
being run, and that's something that you'd have to know is going to happen after seeing Evil Geniuses matches yesterday. So 2Z very much doing their research.
Get him,
the
Ducky.
Mime, setting up a literal wall and a figurative wall, saying, nope, our center area is protected. And it's funny, because yesterday we got to see it against a Typhlosion or a Cyndaquil trying to go into that center area. This time we see the same thing, but the
That's an
defense will be
interesting Mr. Mime
It's
outfit.
lovely, like you pointed out, just studying what Evil Geniuses did yesterday, and it was a staple that Ducky was going as the Swinub to invade. Now,
Yeah, that's the
2Z
thing, it's
with a
like,
great option
after
that
day
is the Mr.
one,
Mime, not only to really,
once
block,
you know who
but
you're
to
playing
also
against for
convert
day
one
2, you can go study up on their tactics. Right, so 2Z probably had a very good idea that Ducky was going to invade.
It's
kind of his MO.
Stand still for a moment as we're waiting for the spawns. And look at how low that Gossifleur is. We'll see who can get the majority of this. Typhlosion's going to be so good at being able to do that, getting that huge AoE landing. And oh my
Big
goodness,
damage on
they
the
can almost
Quilava.
get KO'd in return for it, but not a huge amount of action in that. Just mostly these teams checking each other. I like that we're seeing this Mr. Mime really be kind of almost roaming
Ducky,
a lot
run!
of the time and kind of playing where they need to be. I feel like it's a good strategy.
Ooh,
Sure, and
he's out.
Actually, like punishing Ducky in this case, considering that they have been very present in roaming across the map, it makes a lot of sense because the Mammal Swine is just so pivotal for the Ice Fang power spike.
Like a
And
bite.
right now, because they haven't even gotten a level 4, this means that Evil Geniuses has to find the XP back. That's why the Swinub is going back to bot lane.
The patience, I would say, in this game is pretty strong. There's definitely been some attempts to fight, but I would say overall one would consider this a little bit more of a slow game, which does make a lot of sense. There's especially a lot
Crazy.
of like you were mentioning
It's
before.
only been 2 minutes and we're already talking about how slow of a game. Like, it's just, it's so different from like League of Legends and Dota and stuff.
Continue to see this pace for just a little bit longer. We're getting pretty close to hitting these power spikes, and right now, you don't really have that early power. I thought if there was going to be anything, we're going to see maybe a little
Oh,
bit
no!
more of the Espeon being
Oof.
worked, but not yet.
Almost caught the Hoopa out.
But Typhlosion here on the top side, he got
Get him,
on
get that
level 7,
Feraligatr.
and Feraligatr has to use that waterfall to get away because they're very low on HP, and there was a rotation here for the bot side with Curious. The Ice Fang finally unlocks that for Ducky, so it means that Evil Geniuses can really chain that CC. On the top side, though, again, Ricardo has to be careful because although they have quite a lot of damage
Ooh.
as a Typhlosion, they can be
Big
very
level up.
squishy. Evil Geniuses takes the Swablu Altaria pretty well there, so they are finally equalizing in that EXP department.
You can see some stats on Leozin down on the bottom. Shout out to our stats team, and Those are doing a great job on that Eldegoss. Eldegoss, I feel like, falling a little bit more out of favor recently as far as some of these support picks, but one of those Pokemon that will literally always be good.
All right, let's see if
has a huge impact on the game.
pressure the Regieleki there.
Sometimes you tend to see the meta shift a little bit different direction. But wow, they're already here pretty low on this Reggie.
They definitely are. Ooh, nice block that.
Nice, got the Reggie Ice buff. Ooh, got the for Alligator. Let's go. Get him, Ducky.
But now Antares has to use that XP to get away, and because you have the Hooper portals, a lot of repositioning across the map for AG is available.
We are seeing an opportunity to try to even things up here after that for Evil Genius.
Nice, got the Lucky.
Going to get this uncontested as well. Typhlosion not there quite in time, so they'll probably defend against that. Maybe they won't even defend against it. It looks like maybe they just let it go in, but really they're not all that worried about it. I mean, 42 points. That was the first points scored this entire game by Evil Geniuses, and it wasn't even them scoring.
I mean, levels are still relatively even across the board, so
again, I gotta remember if any of them were
experience-wise
at the items in a moment, but
we're scoring a bit too.
Maybe select one big more KO because, well, actually, you know, they found a lot of experience in the meantime.
Yeah, and there's a good defense here on the bot side. Psychic Select popped by Vin, but it doesn't hit anybody, but it's still
nice.
Good as a defense there for Evil Geniuses, stopping 2Z Esports from pushing here on the bot side. Although Ricardo really interested in getting some damage in onto Chris Smith. They're going into the backline,
went in.
They have the support.
He's going ham.
Now
get him, boys.
Quite a lot of retaliation back. Mazo trying to pick up the pace too, going into the front line, but they decide to fizzle this fight out, being too exposed.
And while this is happening, we've really seen this Metagross kind of off on its own, doing its own thing.
I have not played Unite, no. I've just played similar type games. Like
just kind of roaming over, finding
they got him. They got him.
Alligator, who's 1v3. You're not going to stand
Let's
a chance,
go, boys.
But you can see it's already level 10. While honestly, Evil Geniuses were losing kind of like a lot of situations, they just had so much time to farm, build up that Metagross. So it's going to be a pretty tough ask to take down. I mean, especially with some more physical damage on the side.
Ducky's
of
full bore.
Have to find some nice ways to coordinate and deal with it, especially if it starts to get pretty far ahead in level like it's looking like.
It definitely is, and with 5 seconds for bottom Reggie to spawn as well, both teams have position here. Evil
competing for the steal,
so they can score on the top side if they want to, and come back with a Hooper unbound to Z Sports.
Yeah, we got 2 guys up top going for the scores.
Antares with a great wall onto Ducky, still trying to find a position.
It is 3v5 down here. It's alright, give it up. Get some scores up top and defend the bottom.
With the Typhlosion back up as well. He's doing pretty good, but they are very taken on the side of EG, and they now have the Hooper unbound. The rest of the team is here 5v5.
Alright, the top team TP down.
Get the backup from Leozine because the Typhlosion is going low on HP. They're going to
the Hoopa map pressure is crazy. Got the Typhlosion, let's go.
As the rest of the team could
Ducky survived! He's still up. One last CC before he goes down, I love it. He goes down with a fight. Yo, we're running, boys. Oh my gosh. That was a big turnaround.
Wow, what a back and forth. It's like the call an ambulance, but not for me thing. But like
scoreboard.
I love scoreboard. Backing up. It looked like they were weak. Obviously, they had 2 members up top getting that huge back cap. We got a chance to see in the pip, and then they were like, "Oh no, we're losing our goal zone." Just kidding. Unite from Hoopa. Hoopa, of course, Unbound is one of the best unites in the game. Always.
Yeah, Hoopa is crazy good.
It was a great turnaround. Mazo almost was able to turn it back around on them, but especially once you get to that Metagross, that's going to be a real matchup issue. Right, we have a level 10 Mega Lucario versus a level 12 right now Metagross, who's so good against physical damage. I just feel like this.
Yeah, we got some levels on him at this point.
Maybe another way. The Lucario's gonna have to find its own targets, and you're gonna see Evil Genius as well take this Regieleki. First one win in, maybe the second one will go in as well. But they're just kind of trading objectives and goal zones right now. 200-point lead though, 203 for Evil Geniuses.
And still a very good timed back there by 2Z to stop the Regieleki, because honestly, if it hit the pad,
all right, we're in the last 3 minutes here.
Gap in favor of Evil Geniuses, that would have been just a little bit difficult to deal with for late game as we get into the final stretch.
Got the Mr. Mime out, nice.
Mr. Mime will go down, but 2Z still have time with 10 seconds to go to potentially contest this one on the bot side. But honestly, they need to get the level 13s available, especially for the Typhlosion.
Exactly what I was about to say. The Typhlosion in particular is, can you just do my whole job for me? I'm going to take a nap. No, the Typhlosion is really going to be so important here. I mean, just being
the buff bot lane.
Ranged damage dealer,
I feel like we need to push our level advantage a little bit here.
How this team is fighting.
I mean, we got 20 seconds on the spawn. This is going to be a big fight. This is going to be a big fight.
I think the problem is, how are you going to engage against
gonna be
this?
critical.
The engageability of Evil Genius's comp is so incredibly good.
Luckily,
Gotta watch out for
ooh,
that
I mean,
ice thing. Gotta watch out
they've
for
got
any
a
engagement
little
here
bit
from
of
the
XP
Metagross.
recovery.
They're challenging. They might go in right now.
They might, and they're
Get him,
waiting for
get
the
him, Ducky.
flash,
Ooh.
but it's gonna be the
Nice
ice
grab,
that
buddy.
gets the supporter away from 2Z Esports. Now, they are going to be Typhlosion there, going into the back line. Hikaru.
Big
He's a
fight, big fight. Take out the
1v4,
Typhlosion.
and that doesn't look good for 2Z.
Let's
Evil
go.
Genius is feeling good with a
Absolute
converting flash.
destruction.
It's yet another one that goes down. It's Unthardish.
Genius
Now,
play by the
be careful that
geniuses.
Megalucara gets a nice push, but
Oh my gosh.
is the last one standing, and you don't
It's a
have
4 for
nothing.
nothing.
Evil
It's a
Geniuses
absolute team
will take
sweep.
the fight,
Absolute
and most
team
likely
sweep,
Rayquaza
boys.
is only the Eldegoss is standing for 2-0.
And the Rayquaza pickup.
That was really
Let's go,
tough.
geniuses.
Eldegoss steal for sure.
Yes, 309 is their point. So you get points by scoring in the score zone. So you're going to see it happen right here.
One of our single first maps today
Bop.
will be Rayquaza.
So they just got 100 points.
Above. So they're going to return, try to defend, but of course this is going to be the most difficult situation you can pretty much be in the entire game. Even if you do manage to get some KOs here, those buffs not going back to you. So looks like we're going to see backing up a little bit from Evil Geniuses. They realize that a lot of them have respawned. Maybe they're going to farm a little bit more, try to pick out a few more members. But right now, I mean, it's a 403
Scoreboard.
point lead.
Dunk it.
503-point lead.
What a goal!
And, then, of course, just getting sent back safely by the Hoopa portal as well. This doesn't seem like
Man, the
there's a pretty
Hoopa
good
portals
chance for
are
this.
crazy.
Most of just kind of sitting on their pad.
Now I can understand why you want to
I
ban that.
feel like you can recognize when things haven't gone pretty well on late game and maybe just seeing that there's no potential to actually climb back. 30 seconds to go.
Yeah,
and
we're up
2Z
500
Esports
points,
have
30
accepted
seconds
that
left.
This one was Evil Geniuses taking the upper hand, and honestly, it was very well executed, especially around Ray, but the growing curve from Evil Geniuses was also really good, especially around objectives.
Yeah, look at this, the back cap ability as well. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. There's still so many shields available. They were able to get back. Now they're going to be back once again. Or no, you know what? They don't even need to at this point. They're just going to call Hoopa. Just for funsies, build up those stats. We got even more of them. But yeah, altogether, Evil Geniuses controlling the pace of game number 1.
Oh my gosh, now they're
well, staying ahead in levels.
Let's
I mean,
go.
it's 2Z Esports to make the
Way to
comeback.
go.
So strong first game. 2Z, though, they've got an opportunity to rethink maybe that draft, as I do think it maybe gave them
I doubt they. I'd be surprised if they let them have Hoopa again. Hoopa is such a playmaker across the map with the Hoopa portals.
So incredibly strong and talented and experienced, but
I would not be surprised if they ban Hoopa next game.
And that also kind of plays on how they're playing today. But having a look at the replay as well, we can see that majority of the time Evil Geniuses played around the Hoopa Unbound just so well that they could just afford going for scores. Right now they were almost, they were over 100 points ahead, and they kept on building that, turned that into a 300-point lead, and that was very much enabled by the rotation they had available because of the Hoopa.
And the Hoopa was gigantic. Also, I mean, the end game situation where it's like the Hoopa could have unbounded one more time if they even needed more points to win, if it was down to that situation. Obviously, they were already ahead by 700 points or something, so it didn't even matter. But the other Pokemon that I really need to talk about, and I was talking about a lot, the Metagross. I think the Metagross was such an inspired pick, extremely heads up, and hey, perfect right there.
5-0
on the Metagross.
on the Curious Metagross.
Curious? I don't know. No, that sounds like I'm insulting.
No,
no, that didn't work out at all. My apologies, Curious. No, Curious, one of my favorite players of all time as well. But playing extremely well in this, flexible player, and the Metagross just was such a good late pick against the comp that 2Z brought to the table.
Top damage, 65,000 on the Metagross.
Damage. It was really great at the fact that knowing that a lot of the team was going to kind of group up in the end, and that's just kind of the way that.
Dang, the Typhlosion did 78,000 damage.
And the Lucario, so you can kind of counter trap them. Everything about it was just
Yes, the middle Pokemon is basically the Baron. So there's 3 different maps with 3 different middle Pokemon. This was a Rayquaza map. The loser gets to pick whether they want to do the Kyogre or the Groudon map next.
I would say personally, although Curious played really well, my personal MVP was Hoopa, because I think, again, it was pivotal. All that composition was played around the roam ability, the survivability that is allowed by that. So Roland is my personal MVP here. 2-0-9, 206 points scored, and well, recovery, you know, is a little different when you have the Hoopa, right? Because of the Hoopa portal. But still, I would say the maneuverability across the map that we have had from Roland, because we know that although Hoopa Unbound, yes, very straightforward, you click, everybody goes. We're talking also about the positioning of the portals to heal your squad. They have to be so preemptive, and it felt like every single time the portal was there at the perfect spot for EG.
The points on the top is how you win the game. The buffs you can get are from there's three monsters. There's the top Reggie, bottom Reggie, and then the middle Pokemon that spawns at the 2-minute mark.
Really cool stuff. But going to draft number 2,
Yeah, there's the Hoopa band immediately from Tuzi Esports.
Look at that second band.
Well,
Not
exactly.
surprising
Golden
there.
Was really pivotal for the composition there on EG. Hoopa is such a powerful Pokemon in general, so alongside Azation and the Machamp, those are the bands for choosing esports. Meanwhile, EG have chosen the Moltres once again, but they did change how they went for the other bands. If I'm not mistaken, the Blissey wasn't there, but the Snorlax was.
Is that
Or was it all three?
both of them? I think it might have been both of those.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think actually it was. It might have been. Or definitely.
All right, Mammoth Swan Espeon. We love to see it.
About the picks rather than the bans last time, but we can look at the starting picks, and Mammoth Swan being picked so early is pretty interesting. Espeon for sure makes a lot of sense. Obviously, Vin wants that quite a bit. Like I said, the sign may need the plushie on the shoulder. For Alligator being picked.
So the Reggie buffs give you like attack and defense buffs depending on which Reggie spawns.
Exactly. So
And then the middle buff, like Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre, usually give you attack and defense plus shields and stuff like that. They're very, very good buffs from the middle.
Setting up plays and just being a nuisance in general that Psyduck can be.
All right, what support's he going to get? Okay, Alchemy.
Fulfills a similar role than a Machamp does, and that is what Evil Geniuses have picked alongside an Alchemy that allows for a lot of survivability. While Tuesday Esports go again for the Mr. Mime, and like we were saying of survivability, we might see that Wish Umbreon for Tuesday.
Can I just say too that they get new pictures because that Chris Smith picture is like super aura farming. It's really like
Chris Smith is. Look at that aura farm.
Got a chance to interview Chris Smith, but I'm surprised that we're going to see them go to Lucario again.
I'd say Ducky's aura farming too. Decidueye. Okay, I haven't seen him play Decidueye yet.
This event, I was saying that I really think Decidueye is going to be a really important Pokemon, and we didn't see it at all day one, and I felt very, very silly.
Full Metal Alchemist. I love that.
Right, in Japan and a lot of the
Full
Asian
Metal
regions.
Alchemist.
Decidueye's been really, really big. We did get a chance to see it win earlier today from DreamHack actually with the EXP share, but now is it really going to be Kyrios that's on this Decidueye? That's going to be a really cool pick. Obviously, Kyrios quite strong on those snipers. We'll see exactly how it does up against the other team, who's really not going to have the range, I think, to deal with that. They're going to have to try to dive, but I don't really think they have the best options right now.
True, and I like how you pointed out the ability that Kyrios has with the snipers, because if I'm not mistaken, they played a lot of Italian.
It's really interesting to
well,
see
right?
who
So
chooses to
we
play
know
on
that
their
the Spirit
phone
Champion
versus on the
Snipe Shot are
Switch.
very similar. They are hand in hand. So this game, of course, this being a best of 3 single elimination, means the Evil Geniuses have to win this one to advance, and Tuesday have to win this one to take it to game 3. So, considering how both teams played last time around, we might see again Ducky going for that invade chef, and Tuesday already being prepared, or they might just ditch it altogether because they know that Tuesday is prepared.
Right. I mean, they brought a lot of resources, I would say, to try and defend against that invade in game number 1.
Big difference between like Dota, League of Legends, and this is you don't get gold, right? You don't buy items. You just get experience and then score points. And whoever has the most points when the timer runs out wins.
As we're going to go into Tuesday Esports versus Evil Geniuses game number 2. This is an elimination match from our single
They defend.
bracket.
They knew Ducky was coming.
Ducky being stopped by a duck.
Yeah, that is funny.
Chasing him all the way top lane.
Tries again to go for the invade, but Lauzing has that Psyduck to counter, much like they did with the Mr. Mime game 1. And of course, because both supporters don't need to evolve, they are pretty good at that defense. Ducky is on 50% HP here, but Chris Smith, of course, being that little gibble, is actually pretty efficient in taking down wild Pokemon early on.
This is an interesting path because both these Pokemon are actually kind of scary at their first evolution point, but then really they like kind of fall off in the mid-level area, and then once they get back to their high level, then that's really where we want them at. So the very first moments of the game with both these Pokemon can be quite strong in their favor, depending on how the situation goes.
Is the Rowlet? Does the Rowlet have an aviator hat on?
There's going to be very many paths that are very happy against that.
Yeah, and bot side looks there is quite a scuffle there, but top we're seeing Mazo taking
push on the
some
Lucario.
damage while
Zoned
they
him
were trying
out.
to secure the Swabble Altaria, and it looks like it was pretty well divided between both teams. There is a dispersion there from the Quilava going into the central area, and now Creamy just trying to get some information, some vision in central too. Now getting
Level
finally
up.
into that pillow swine, and
Evolution.
also they're got by
Ooh.
nice dragon rush. Now Mazo is in a terrible position. They have to use that dash to get away.
Ooh,
Ducky's
dash
still
through the
chasing,
wall.
but a nice push back there from Mazo will allow them to survive.
That actually completely saved Mazo. Really, really nice choice of just move usage in general right there. But yeah, really interesting thing. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to see it. But
I don't think everyone on EG is on Switch. I think
so usually we are seeing,
rolling it down. I think rolling it plays on phone. I couldn't quite tell.
Deciding, I think, a lot of the games so far recently, but just really focusing on the bottom is a very, very different strategy. And the fact that both teams at once decided to do that, I wonder if it was like a
Actually, I think rolling it and Vin might be on phones, just based off of what they're looking at. I'm looking at the cameras on the bottom right.
Here, Tuesday on his bottom pad, they're able to take the decision right down. Pretty good defense. Ducky is in trouble too. They are going to go down 2 KO streak, going to do games on this for Alligator. They could push on pad because there's still time for the Reggie to spawn. Going onto the berry, pushing out Vin away and allowing for that for Alligator to get that 30 in. Plus another 14 potentially there for Antares. Ooh, close. Ricardo, they have to get away.
That was scary.
Alright, they pushed us in a little bit there on bot lane.
Didn't get a chance in the last game to see Typhlosion at how scary it can be, and it is one of the.
We answer it
I don't know how to
top,
really
nice.
It's one of the best Pokemon at just jumping into a fight, like quite literally, obviously, but also just as far as the pace of things. Nice eject button to get away there from Decidueye. We'll see if they can fully escape. As 4 members rotating up top to try to take down this Registeel. It does look like maybe they won't be challenging all that much.
It looks like the case, although we still have that possibility of a steal with the spear shackled by Curios. Now Ricardo does a great job there of protecting the team from getting Chris Smith into the Reggie. Reggie still is confirmed by 2Z Esports as they push the pad, and Evil Geniuses are not looking to try and defend this one at the cost of them getting knocked out. But side Evil Geniuses will take the other objective of the map.
Looking like a much better game, I would say, for 2Z this time around than last time. And like I was saying, you really get a chance to see how strong Typhlosion is. Very hard to escape.
Yeah, Typhlosion is like
really just
pushing
how much
hard.
damage does all around itself.
It's alright, guys.
What you can do is just
Still up a little bit on
away.
points.
Did fully understand that. So
but I think we might have just a very slight experience difference here.
Got it going in. Unite's coming out.
It's true because Reggie like it has hit the pad, so there was a score there by Curios, but they're going to
Decidueye still alive.
HP, still enough
Let's
to break
go.
that pad. They are standing because of the extra HP of getting. Oh my, there's no way they survived this one. And with Chris Smith as well, just pushing and scaring Antares away.
And chase down the for Alligator.
In a hard place, now getting that slowed down, the sweet kiss, and the for Alligator.
There we go.
The
The boar is out.
Escaping there, rocking a hard
Full
place
boar,
and
baby.
Look, and there's just too many walls right there. They're gonna get dangerous
Dapper
push,
Swan.
though.
Okay, Mazo actually did quite a lot of damage there. Mega evolved too, but it's still doozy that in this case have to be careful about how Evil Geniuses is playing because the team fights are looking good, and especially Chef, the levels, they are nice for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, things have really started to shift around as far as things go. You can see certain things are kind of getting out of hand, right? This Typhlosion, wow, manages to barely pick up that KO at 1 HP. I was about to say,
Got the
I don't
Lucario.
expect Mazo to survive too long after that. Still a little bit of a 1v1 though, and they just continue to fight from bottom path all the way to the top path. This Alcremie sitting here healing.
Garchomp doing some
so
work.
Huge,
Get him, Christmas.
Sustaining this continued fight, and they don't really have that level of healing on 2Z's side.
Alright, now it's like 2v4 though, so careful, boys.
And
They got
then
Vin.
look, as we mentioned, and then Espion goes down.
Yeah,
Now,
much
Evil
closer
Geniuses, 5
game this
seconds here
round.
for the top Reggie to spawn, and they could and they should be fighting for this because 2Z
let's get the Reggie
has
buff.
some great levels on their end. Now extra damage would be even better. Now Mama Swine though going in with Ducky.
Get him,
And the
Ducky.
Typhlosion goes down. Duke Games is so low on HP. That's you're not doing Evil Geniuses.
The Decidueye just going ham.
Destroy 2Z away from
Vin
this
though picking up the
Registeel.
kills.
Wow, this has just been
Got the
such
Reggie
a huge
steal.
fight happening in so many places. They will
Dunk
be able
those
to break
points.
this goal zone. A pretty nice overdunk right there. 35 points. That's going to be the lead now. 60-ish points going
Overdunk.
into Evil Geniuses. A little bit of scouting for vision right there. Got to be careful because of that mean look, but they just don't have the damage with only the Psyduck and the Umbreon. So we will see Evil Geniuses start to walk away. And wow, that was such
Man, the
an
Psyduck's
extended
only
fight.
level
At the start
8.
of that 2Z was pretty, I mean, honestly, there was
Just
a
hit
lot of
level
back and forth
9.
as far as like experience gain on both sides. sides, but it's kind of what we've been seeing from both these teams a lot so far. We are going to see a big push up top to try to break this tier 1 goal zone. Pretty big overdunk, it looks like, over there as well, but not quite enough to steal the lead back for 2Z. But, I mean, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left-ish. I feel like we're going to see still a considerable amount of fights as we're putting the tier 2.
That take bottom with the waterfall coming out from 2 games and just taking out that Decidueye was insane. But Evil Geniuses does retaliate back, and it's a 1-for-1 in this fight. Chef right here.
Feraligatr went hard.
Bad, but that defense, sorry, I was just like so impressed.
No, that's exactly what they need to do. You know,
he just dove right in for the Decidueye.
They shut it down completely, and that's what I think they need to do to continue to shut down these fights, is take out Kyrios, because they have so far, until that moment, not had an answer for the Decidueye. That was perfect. An excellent choice of being able to really choose one particular target.
All right, the mid fight with the
was just so precise.
is it Groudon or Kyber is going to be critical. Got about 48 seconds for it to spawn.
Honestly, I want to see that more, like you said, Chef. And Duke Games has that, you know, the precision, right? Because you could have accidentally crunched on somebody else, right? You have to be very careful about that. 10 seconds for top Reggie to spawn.
Right, we are all going to gather up here. There's, I think, a decent chance that the fight could be here, but I don't know how much.
Get him, Ducky.
They're going to jump in.
Oh, that a boy.
Just goes in, and one Spirit Shackle plus a Side Shock, and they're done. It's just so difficult. There is kind of like a front
I got the steel buff.
Melting effect.
Attack and special attack up.
Okay, so this is actually really smart, I think. 2Z, they realized how that was going to go, and they jumped out really quickly. They're also going to get rid of the tier 1 goal zone on bottom, still holding on to the lead. So 2Z making, I think, a great play
about
out of a
77 points down. Last 2 minutes, Groudon has spawned.
Life. Not their season life, of course, they're already qualified for Worlds, but the Ice Fang!
Oh, got that. That side up command has just been getting wrecked.
Play it down for 2Z on this final stretch. A good rotation on the other
side. 5v4 over the Groudon. Ducky's in.
Oh!
They gotta get that Typhlosion.
They still go down. That is Josie just making this into a comeback, making a game 3 potentially for the Brazilian team. Chris Smith is still trying to take Antares down, but a mean look will allow them to stay away from Tuesday. And now they have the
that was not a good team fight. I thought we were going good at the beginning. It was 4v5.
Was able to completely wipe Evil Geniuses with 5 members up, and that is going to be more important here. We are on game 2. It's not Rayquaza, so we are going to need all these buffs. Everybody but jumping back to defend, but look at how quickly they got melted.
Poor Ducky went down fast.
That's going on in Duke Games, especially with this Feraligatr, has been doing amazing. Nice psychic down onto Kyrios into a mean lock, and that Decidueye will go down. Mazur does the extra damage there with Ricardo as well.
Tough game. It was so even for so long. Man, that last fight, that was tough.
The jaws of defeat, completely turning this around. What an excellent team fight from the side of 2Z. And they really, I mean, they were playing in a weird way. I mean, honestly, this game was kind of going a weird direction. Up to 26 seconds left now. They're scoring a few more points at this point. I'm going to say this one's locked up, even if they do try to defend. But they were playing in a really interesting, I mean, this game was just fight into fight into fight into fight. But until we saw the defense on the bottom tier 2 on the west side, I didn't think that they had a chance, but the way that they
tough one. We were doing, I feel like we were doing well. We even got the pick, right? It was 4v5 in that last team fight. That was a tough one.
Let's go single elimination day 2 of NAIC Pokemon United.
Targeting our carries too much.
Into a game 3, we're already onto a great start of the bracket.
All right, game 3.
Oh yeah, and I mean this is an even tougher path for 2Z. Of course, you know, looking at a bracket like this, there were a couple teams that won out completely into their, out of their group.
Hey, that's why it's best of 3, right?
Do not get a bye in this day 2 bracket. They're one of the teams, and they now have, of course, to fight against.
Yeah, I want to see what happened for this last fight.
Teams in the world.
Because we get the pick on side up, right? Now it's 4v5.
Not like this, and especially not with.
Did they just dive the Decidueye?
Really cool to see that this is going to a game 3.
Garchomp is up fighting Groudon. Ducky is zoning. Look at Ducky zoning on bot there.
That exact same turnaround spot, but at this point, who knows?
Okay, Ducky stops up. Feraligatr flashes. Oh yeah, look at that. Feraligatr and Typhlosion just blow everything to take out the Decidueye.
Mega Lucario going onto the squishies. Espeon in the situation.
Yeah, they dove hard for that back line.
Well, that soon followed, even using that eject button to get away, but it didn't even matter. There was some ticking damage there, especially with the... who was it?
They had their blinders on for the DPS.
So just so good of a focus, right? They needed to target the back line, and they knew how to do it. Do games is your player.
Yeah, that for Alligator, man.
3 and 2.
He's been doing work.
TFA, that damage dealt, that what?
It's really low.
That
but it doesn't matter.
That what?
Typhlosion with 87,000 damage.
Really try to dive kind of the very specific weaker targets, right? A lot of times we'd see it on speedsters. A lot of times speedster damage wouldn't be huge unless.
Man, if only Ducky could get his Snorlax and it can zone him.
It's because all you need to do is just target down your very specific targets. If you take them out,
All right,
it's not a lot of
Kyogre map.
damage, but it's a KO and it's the game-winning KO.
All right, let's see the
So
bans.
that's exactly how we
Zacian.
saw that play, especially in those final 2 fights.
Machamp.
Obviously, for Alligator being a big reason why they won. So we'll see if it's still on board or still able to be picked, I should say, by Tuzi as we go into game number 3.
Exactly, and I love your point, Chef. I feel like
Yeah, the Hoopa ban comes out.
In regards to the damage dealt analysis.
And Snorlax.
Evil Geniuses now with their bans coming through.
I mean, they're the ones that have been banning Snorlax, though, so they must not want to play him.
Will take down the
Maybe it's too big of a risk.
Plus Hoopa and Machamp, so we have still a little bit of consistency there. We might see from EG the likes of the Psyduck as the first pick. Sometimes
Umbreon, okay.
But a different evolution will be the Umbreon.
The Umbreon was a really strong key component of the last game, so I do like taking this away a lot. It does feel really like the Snorlax and the Umbreon are kind of the tank options that have been stolen away or banned the most so far over the course of this weekend. Obviously, time for that to change, and we are going to see the
For Alligator, man. 3 games in a row.
Alongside this key pick.
Okay, Christmas on Lucario. Zapdos, interesting.
Which is just this classic healer.
It is, it's true, and Eldegoss does really well at the same time. Evil Geniuses have picked one legendary, but here on the Zapdos. Now, with the Mega Lucario 2, they have stolen that pick away from Mazo, so they're going to have to pivot into something else. The Garchomp
All right, the
is
guard.
pick,
Oh, he took the
and I
Mamoswine.
love the takeaway from Ducky on that Mamoswine.
I love that it's like, okay, so we're going to take away your Mega Lucario, and then Mazo's like, okay, well then I'll just take your Garchomp. So they're just trading 1 for 1, and I do feel like that is a little bit of a power play. You know, I was talking about
Blastoise.
And Mazo's portraits are exactly the same. I did not
And
actually see
Metagross.
that until this exact moment. That is so funny. I need somebody to line them up for me. Is it like one person playing with like a, like 2 different wigs on one team? Is that how it's going on?
Is that why Mazo has a different hair?
Yeah,
I think so.
that's why
the one. We found it.
That's why they said playing the exact same
Yep.
Pokemon, switching around this game. We figured it out. They made a mistake in the script. No, I'm just kidding. But that's really cool that we're going to get a chance
All right,
to
let's
see
get
them
'em,
play
guys.
the exact opposite Pokemon against each other.
Good game so far, though.
Of Leafeon here because you're, in this case, going for a more fast-paced kind of growing curve for Tuzi, considering that Leafeon has such a great presence in the early game. On the other side, Evil Geniuses is betting on that late game because of the Metagross, and of course, the Zapdos also doing quite a lot of damage. In regards to how they have been not invading, engaging, the Blastoise does fulfill a kind of similar.
Why am I watching Unite instead of Champions? Because I got to cheer on my team. I got to cheer on Evil Geniuses, man.
I will say, I do think that maybe, I'm not sure if Tuzi just decided that it was okay.
I gotta watch
Evil
EG
Geniuses'
win
whole thing
NAIC.
was that they went to
That's what I'm here
Metagross pick
for.
At the very end, after kind of seeing the enemy team comp, it kind of seems like the same thing has happened. Obviously, a very different team comp than we saw in game number 1 from Tuzi, but this seems like it still could be a bit of an issue. So we'll see if anybody can deal with the Metagross this time. We've got some different threats, but it's going to be Curious on that thing all the same. And one more game here.
It is, in fact, one more game for both of these teams.
Game
on
3
the North America International
for all the
Championships.
marbles.
Come on, Unite in 2026. It is Tuzi Esports, your orange team, versus Evil Geniuses, your purple team. And we know that EG loves a good invade early game, where we're seeing something different this time around because Kyrios is just a Beldum, and they can't afford, just having extra presence. Lauzindo says, I will learn from your book, Ducky.
Yeah, you know, stealing each other's Pokemon, not the only thing, right? Stealing each other's strategies as well. And Glossifleur Invade, that seems like it's going to be quite annoying to deal with, but looks
He's
like
2 levels
they
up on him,
didn't
though.
get that one, I think. I can't really see the
Squirtle coming down.
right now, but they're still going to be delaying quite a bit.
Yeah, they haven't got any experience there. Leozing is still trying just to be a problem because it made Ducky get
Leafeon
out of
coming
lane
over.
and going to Central. Ricardo, though, has followed up with the Leafeon. Are they able to? They are able to take it down, and not only that, Beldum will follow instead.
Stole the
and
buff.
Ricardo can clean up the enemy Central with the help of Leozing with a great first invade.
That was an incredibly fast clear. They cleared all of their own side, and then they cleared the enemy side with an invade. Then they cleared the center area, and they're still going to be up here up top for the 850 birds. That is ridiculous. So Tuzi doing great, but maybe not quite in time, actually, as there's a few
Pushing
members
these goals,
who
at
are
least.
still going to be... Oh, no, so we're looking down at bottom, I see. I got a little confused right there, but I mean, pretty huge set of 4 here for Evil Geniuses pushing down on this bottom path.
Exactly, and both teams have scored on opposite sides of the map, and like you said, the presence that the Leafeon has in the early game was exactly what just piqued my attention when I saw this composition. They wanted to go aggressive early, but now EG following and responding just
Nice,
in
got the
kind
Leafeon.
with Curios plus Roland taking that Leafeon down.
Now, again, we're going to have to see how this... Well, I mean, I like the fact that you do invade the Metagross, right? I mean, that's one good way to try to shut it down, but if it's going to start getting some return EXP, you can easily fight your way back into this, so we'll see if there's an opportunity for that. And then once they do, I mean, it's still level 6. Right now, level 7 highest in the game, and then it's going to be on Tuzi's side with the Leafeon. So they are going to be holding on to that advantage, which is going to be really nice, but we'll see how long at the moment that can last. We are, again, of course, not going to be on Rayquaza again, so we did have Regidrago spawn, however, both teams ignoring it for the moment and playing a little bit safe, I would say, a little bit more passive, at least for the moment.
got him.
So you get caught out in the tall grass, and Leafeon is going to be very mean to its Evolution brother.
It's true, mean to the mean look, Evolution brother. Now, trying to get the 15 here, and they're able to do so because you also have the Garchomp there, or actually the Garbite in this point, and Chris Smith.
Yeah, 2v1, so you had to kind of give it up a little bit there.
There is a big rotation from EG going into the bot side, though. Antares is very low in HP. They're all clustered up here into a bush, and they're going to guarantee the Swablu Altaria, but the Emerald...
Oh my gosh, the Leafeon just obliterated him.
No one that can survive my early game. Ricardo is just on a loop. Now Tuzi Esports manages to get some goals in, but Antares gets caught up in a mean look. But they don't go
almost
down.
picked him off.
Focus been procced, and Antares survives.
Too tanky.
Great healing just to keep everybody up. That's a little bit of a scary situation. Obviously, that was kind of a turnaround potential moment.
Man, the Leafeon's
They're gonna
level
be at full
9.
health to fight for this Regice, and I'm not sure how well Evil Geniuses can challenge this.
I know, we need some
Antares
XP,
takes a lot of
chat.
damage. There's your
Alright, got Swine up.
well. Or actually, the Matang. Now, Regice
Man, are we actually gonna be like-
attacked by Evil
Heck
Geniuses,
yeah.
who managed
Get him,
to
go
actually
hard.
contest this one really successfully.
Nice.
Tuzi
I'm surprised we were able to get the
going
ice.
retreat, although there's still another Reggie on the block. Garchomp is taking Reggie, Drago in Central 2. Waterfall here for Baidu Games going on to Ducky. There's still a 20 that gets scored. Now with Dragon Rush as well. Ducky pushes them back with a Hydro Pump. And now Leozing following up with Duke Games. They're trying to take at least one of them down there.
Oh, they got Ducky. They got my boy.
On the Blastoise. And now this is an interesting point. Should they push, really? I think they can, and they are going to do so.
We've seen so much of this from both of these teams. Every time that one team pushes, they end up kind of getting punished for it. You can see how strong both these teams are at their own individual team fights, and especially when you're giving them the extra space of committing to try and push forward into something. So they did, of course, take down enough people to be able to take down that tier 1 gold zone with that counter push for on the side of Tuzi right there. But it's just like, okay, EG pushed, and then they get punished. And then Tuzi pushes, and then they get punished. And it feels like at some point they might...
Leafeon's level
passive,
11.
we're also in game 3, and we're halfway through the game, so maybe they just continue to try to fight and
It's all right.
just trying to see who ends up playing a little bit better.
Play a little bit of
that
catch up with
micro
XP
game.
here.
Right now, though, I mean, a level 11 on the side of Tuzi, that Leafeon popping off.
And the level 10 on the Garchomp as well. It just feels like those carries are carrying. Mazo is here on the Regieleki, as we saw Chris Smith attacking it themselves. And now EG really needs to collaborate into going for goals because they are halfway point in how
we're
much
in
they
5
have
minutes
scored.
here.
Regieleki takes damage. There's Chris Smith on it, but it's gonna get guaranteed by Tuzi Esports with a nice steal computer crush to try to get them away. And Leafeon will get separated, but there's still the Garchomp.
Come on, good
going
team
through.
fight.
The damage
Good
is
team
amazing
fight.
now by Evil Geniuses. And
2 for
because of that
nothing?
Barrier, of course, Ducky does manage to help out the team with a Hydro Typhoon. Laozing will also go down. Duke Games is the last one standing.
All right, what was I just saying about how a team would push forward and they get punished for it? Something like that. Unite being used defensively. It's going to be the, not all that.
R.I.P.
Unite,
Ducky.
But at least just to say, here's some damage on this gold zone, and we're not going to let you continue to push it down. So still not that many points from the side of Evil Geniuses, despite winning a decent amount of these fights now. Tuzi's going to be ahead by over 111 points. We'll see if we can catch up all before the final stretch. Still
it's all about the late game
left, but this truly has just been a big back and forth battle. The big question, I think, is how well can some of these late game scalers get levels? Obviously, we know this Leafeon is going to be huge, but there's so many gigantic late game threats in this map. We've got to see how the Garchomp does, and it's been given a lot of space to get a lot of experience, so hopefully it ends up pretty high level at the end of the game. And on the other side, it's going to be who is really going to be funneled all that experience. So far, it looks like it's going to be Zapdos, as I think it's going to be a pretty good counter to kind of the range that they've got going on for the damage dealers on Tuzi's side, but we'll see if it can be enough, and we'll also see if they end up using that Unite to try to break down any of these goal zones.
We'll see indeed, because Tuzi is still on the lead on double points. There's an Aura Cannon by Chris Smith just to get that Mega Lucario online. The Reggie, like he does hit the... No, actually,
the Leafeon comes in.
Has that effect that on the pad. I just confused that with the remote stadium. But going back into the Sky Runes, there's the Livid Outrage going on to Kyrios that still has that HP with a shield, but eventually goes down. And Tuzi Esports with a full melee composition, feeling pretty comfortable about this late game.
That was a full commit from Evil Geniuses to try and take down a goal zone, try to get more points, and this might have been a situation that they anticipated, where they weren't able to win that fight afterwards.
3 minutes.
But, I mean,
middle spawns in one.
Big team wipe, so really strong stuff for Tuzi to kind of push forward ahead even more, especially now we're only a minute away.
I mean, we're down, what, 71 points?
Only 3 level 12s, no level 13 on the side of Evil Geniuses. They're going to have to split up their experience kind of very chosen, right? Like, they're going to have to decide who wants to get what's left. On the other side, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a level 13 being funneled into this Garchomp. So really nice for Tuzi, at least, that they were able to win that final fight so convincingly, or the final fight before the final stretch, as we're now just going to probably play a little bit
Leafeon just hit 14.
the next 30 seconds.
Exactly. There's few wild Pokemon on the map as well. Meanwhile, AG is just desperately trying to get to level 13. That was just acquired by the Zapdos. So that's going to be very significant in this final stretch fight. And Tuzi Esports has a very aggressive positioning here.
Get him.
For
Pick him off. Get that Leafeon. Yes, they got him. They got him. Big.
And Evil Geniuses is starting this around with
big catch up
by the Lucario, and now amazing close combat too. And even if they
let's go.
The Livid Outrage, they're not raging against the
let's go,
Evil
my boys.
With a full team wipe, and the Kyogre
5 for nothing.
The attempt was so
what a
cool.
good catch.
Sit there and try to get the ambush, especially when you're playing against a range that's higher than you, but it turned around on them, and that's been, again, the case this entire game. They were found out, and at least
that was so big. That was so big.
14. Not only, of course, is that going to be their most important Pokemon that's being taken down, but it's also going to be a huge amount of EXP to the other side. However, we're at 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and there is a 30-point lead, not even 30, 29-point lead. That is the most achievable comeback I have ever seen. Now, with Kyogre, the buffs at some point, are potentially going to be able to be stolen. They have a huge amount of points in pockets, so this is not over by any means.
I don't know if EG realizes just how close this game is. They're going to realize
last minute. I mean,
1 minute mark and try to understand.
We gotta. I would feel a lot more comfortable if we had a bigger lead.
Like you said, 29 points is nothing. 1 minute left on the clock, and Tuzi Esports.
Because they're gonna go hard. They're gonna go desperation mode, and they're gonna go hard and try to score.
Quicker. Around 30 points is still quite a bit to score.
Oh, the big problem here is you can see the members up top they're waiting for vision on the rest of the team, and then they're going to go in and score their double hundo burgers, which is something that we've been seeing a lot from these teams.
Okay, so they just saw all of Tuzi just showed bot lane, so now up top they're going to score.
Exactly, and those 200 points are going to go in by EG on the top side. Meanwhile, Antares will go down really shortly, but no, the Memozoin says I'm still standing, although that doesn't even matter. There's still a lead for EG, 320, 420 to 255.
Okay, let's go. Last 13 seconds. Defense, defense. 10. I think we got it. I think we got it.
With this one, a lovely lead game strategy after the
let's go.
Goes for the back cap.
Woo! Let's go, Evil Geniuses.
Single elimination bracket of NAIC.
My boys. Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
Still achievable, but the defense on that goal zone, you cannot.
Oh my gosh, that mid fight, man. Oh my gosh.
Evil Geniuses.
Absolutely
They knew
clutch.
how close that was to a comeback, but well played by both teams. I mean, hey, we got a chance to see two world qualified teams here on stage in round one of our
Way
day
to
number
go,
2.
guys.
And I don't think we expected anything less than a set that close. That is exactly what I was looking for. That's exactly what I think the crowd out there was looking for.
Oh, I need a replay. I need a replay of that mid
That
fight.
was stressful, but boy, that was a great match for both of them.
It really was, and that is such a good read by EG on late game. They had the composition to do so anyway. They had the Zapdos, they had the Metagross, and they did so well
Absolutely
in playing
crazy.
around. The mean look, the Umbreon first pick on purple side was so important for their win condition.
Right. I mean, honestly, just a back and forth of just even like metagaming from both these teams over the course of this entire set has been so good. Obviously, you can see some of the moments here, but just even the draft back and forth was one of the best that I think we've seen as far as both teams adapting to each other.
I mean, that game was close.
We landed on this comp
That game was
really
close.
Did feel so much more even.
It was that
going into
last
this
big
final game.
team
But you can see
fight
right there, that was the moment that
that
really
sealed it for us.
settled, I think, the entire thing. The fact that there was a Leafeon that got jumped on first.
Yeah, jumping that Leafeon was so critical. I'm surprised the Leafeon was so out of position like that. Like, that was their carry, level 14.
To no fruition whatsoever. And of course, this play that you expertly pointed out, Chef, with them going for the back cap, 200 points was more than enough to continue the lead for Evil Geniuses in this late game. Tuzi did try to get the comeback.
Look at that! Look at that celebration! Look at Ducky! Everyone, look at the whole team is freaking out. Ducky's just like,
They continue on the
way to
record.
go,
He's
team!
your player of the game with 5
Way to
knockouts,
go!
1 feint, 6 assists, and 64,000 damage on the Zapdos.
And this is another Pokemon
Love
in
to see
general
it.
that Evil Geniuses is really taking advantage of that I don't think nearly as many teams have really used as well. And we can see how close the score was in the end. A lot of that was because they made that one push where they did end up getting team wiped, but they were able to break a goal zone with the Unite from the Zapdos. Had they not had that, even after taking the Kyogre, there would have been an advantage in points for the side of Tuzi. So I was wondering earlier in that moment, is it worth your entire team getting KO'd for breaking one goal zone, getting 50 points? The answer is yes in this exact moment, and that is a perfect example of how Zapdos and its Unite ability can win an entire game. I mean, of course, obviously, just doing damage as well is a pretty big plus.
It definitely is. It's something that helps out pretty well. And
Crazy.
I am just
Crazy, man.
Interested in what EG has cooked in regards to adaptability that you mentioned on draft.
What's wild
And
is
of course,
first
into
game,
how
overwhelmingly
they adapt in
Evil
the
Geniuses.
game and playing around the
Hey,
competition so
after Athena, thanks for the raid. With 55
I would
people.
love to see soon if we have that
Athena
group
Toki
versus
raid.
the
Hello, hello,
bracket
hello.
graphic for us to see what is going to be
Bunny
those
raid in
next
progress.
matchups. But Vin really performed
Hi, everyone.
so well on those attacks as the Espion had been just so good.
You just missed it.
And
You just missed
although
the
it
Evil
wasn't played
Geniuses
this
game.
time around, they knew that the utility
Winning in
that you
game
mentioned
3
from the
here.
Zapdos was going to come in clutch.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I love a good
I mean,
random
it's
raid.
Such a perfect example of you could just say, look at this exact.
Thank
map.
y'all so much for
This is
coming
what
in.
mattered. But I mean, really,
We're
again,
just
great
we're
stuff for Tuzi
spectating
as well,
the
who's
North
going out
American
of their group
International competition
undefeated,
for
which is huge.
Pokemon
And then, of
Unite
course, going
right
up
now.
against another team that ended up,
Thank you for
you
watching,
know,
yeah, the
somehow
vendor
kind of down
videos and
there. Of
stuff.
course, there's a
Appreciate
big
that,
upset.
Athena.
Was it Goofy Goobers that took down, I think, EG earlier in the bracket? I believe that was correct. Yes, there. The Goofy
Yes,
Goobers over there
Evil
in the
Geniuses
further
will be
forward.
on
So we'll see
again
they're gonna
in
move it up
about
against
3
the
hours.
other upset team.
Oh, wow.
2:35
So we have an
Eastern
NA
Time,
matchup,
11:35
EG versus Fulcrum.
Pacific.
If you didn't tune in yesterday,
So
Fulcrum
2.5-ish
team
hours, give
that
or
I got
take.
to interview, that we found out they are friends playing the game for the first time together at a LAN event at an international.
Yes, I will be live
and
again,
it was such an upset. They were first
for,
in that group,
for the
and now
2:35
they're
PM
playing
Eastern
against
Time game.
Evil Geniuses. Of course, EG has already qualified for Worlds, so this is so important.
I gotta see them go to the
continue
semifinals
on
and then the grand
bracket and
finals.
prove that they have what it takes to get into Worlds.
And just as a side note, by the way, this is actually our first international team to be eliminated from the tournament. So our international
All right, top
teams are
8,
only
EG.
international teams, Tuzi, DreamMax, and Deep Cross Gaming. We're going to see the other two a little bit later, and we're going to be going up to the stage right now.
I want to see who they're
how
gonna
Evil
interview from
Geniuses
EG.
felt about their match against Tuzi with one of their players.
Oh, they talk
Hello,
with Tuesday.
everyone. Doob Snacks here alongside Evil Geniuses. Kyrios, big time win
Kyrios
against another team that's qualified for the World Championships. Now, before we go back in time, which is where I'm going to end up eventually, let's talk about this moment right here. You eliminated Tuesday, and your side of the bracket is looking pretty nice for a deep run here. What's Evil Geniuses think about that? That's Kirk's opinion. What's yours?
Yeah, for sure. Lunix and Dignitas are very strong teams, and they ended up on the other side of the bracket. So, yeah, I think we can make a deep run, and, yeah, we're going to go all the way.
all the way.
Is there any respect
That's my
that
boys.
Evil Geniuses has for these grassroots teams that have cobbled together some impressive day ones to put themselves next in line to face EG?
Yeah, for sure. I think these young teams have a lot of passion, a lot of motivation. And, yeah, I think, obviously, we also took a loss to Goofy Goobers on day one, another grassroots team that, you know, this is basically their first time playing at a LAN to be able to make it to day two, and they were able to get a good win on us. So, yeah, definitely have to respect them a lot going up against Fulcrum next. And, yeah, we're going to be ready. Don't worry.
So let's talk about that, and that's why I wanted to go back in time. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. Can you give us any insight on that matchup between Evil Geniuses and Goofy Goobers? Because we tried to ask you all about it yesterday, and we weren't able to squeeze a lot of juice out of that lemon.
Yeah, for sure. I think they played a really good game. You know, definitely not going to underplay.
That was
them.
the game.
I
that
think
that
also
one wasn't
off-team matches
streamed.
Can have a different environment for sure. And additionally, I think
So I didn't
we're
see
just
that
more
one.
locked in on day two. We're ready. We woke up early. We know what to do. We know what to draft. And you're just very prepared for day two. You know, on day one, there's a lot of people in your group, right? You don't know them too well. But yeah, on day two, you're going to study every single team. You're going to see footage of them at every single match they play on stage. So if we play them again, we are going to be very, very ready.
I love that. I love the evolution between a day one, day two, and then hopefully for Evil Geniuses here, a day three, aka Championship Sunday performance. Last time we were in NAIC and you found yourself on Championship Sunday, you did fall a bit shy. What evolutions or changes has Evil Geniuses gone through from EUIC to NAIC here? Because you are qualified for Worlds, but you want that gold.
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody really, really wants that gold. Yeah, I think we worked really hard from EUIC to NAIC. A lot of drafts, a lot of planning, and just a lot of working on fundamentals, you know, mental habits. I think everybody for EUIC, that was like their first, you know, deep run in the international for Vin, for Chris, for Ducky. So yeah, I think now we're much more prepared. We know what it feels like to win. We know what it feels like to lose, right? And now I think everybody's worked on their mental a lot. And I think that's going to bring us all the way to day three.
That's critical.
I love that. I
Mental,
love that.
man.
You know, growth throughout the system, not letting the stumbles or the shortfalls be the definition of your season. You get another bite at the apple here to make a deep run. One last question for you, Kyrios, before I
How many
cut
times
you
have they
loose.
said deep
Is
run
there any
this interview?
strategy that
That's at
Evil
least the
Geniuses
fourth
is
time.
keeping in their back pocket to maybe pull out and help you get over the hump and finally get that big win this year?
Skill difference.
Skill diff.
difference. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Doob Snacks. That's Kyrios. Evil Geniuses looking to make a deep run here at NAIC.
Okay.
7 hugs. Back to the booth.
Guys, let's expand our vocabulary a little bit.
So much.
Awesome.
Snacks and
Good
Kyrios,
job,
as we
EG.
have just
We are
witnessed
off to
such
top
an
8.
amazing game 3. So
We will be
if you're
back
interested,
at
as I am, Chef, I wanna see
2:35-ish,
teams that
probably a little
are
earlier
still
than that,
contending
depending
to
on
get into
how long the
Worlds,
games go
because we
beforehand.
watched EG
And we'll be
Tuesday, and
we will be
they're
watching
already
them
in. So we wanna know
fight
the
for the
high stakes that are
semifinals.
coming.
So guys, I'll be live again in about 2.5 hours to watch EG play again. We will see them go to the semifinals, I believe it, and we will see them go to the grand finals for tomorrow. Let's go. EG, I'll see you guys again soon. Take care.
International teams I was just speaking of, Deep Cross losing early yesterday, but now getting a